Hey, I feel really bad for this person, guys. He wrote on X, "Somebody broke into my car and left a copy of Black Ops 7 in it. Stay safe out there."
Good one.
What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the engagingly eccentric Dr. Disaster, and it is immensely gratifying to see a company like Activision Blizzard embarrassed like what they are experiencing right now. Look at their pathetic player count on Steam for Call of Duty right now. It has been around a week since the game's launch, and they are already getting only around 70,000 concurrent players at their daily peak, while having to watch the Arc Raiders player count do the unthinkable and go up every weekend.
I'm so embarrassed. I wish everybody else was dead.
Sales numbers are reportedly not good at all for this turd sandwich of a game. Look at this here. According to this article here from PSU.com, Black Ops 7's sales numbers are way down compared to last year. It says down here, Christopher Dring has revealed in a post on X that the UK retail launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 didn't make as much of an impact as Battlefield 6, while the game's launch sales were down a staggering 61% over its predecessor, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I will bet Activision Blizzard wishes they could take back their decision to make their game a trippy-looking, psychedelic, skibbity toilet mess.
Well, wish in one hand, shit in the other one, see which one fills up first.
Yeah, it's too late now, and considering the massively insane budgets that they have for these games, the damage done is going to be catastrophic. Just to give you an idea, the last Call of Duty game with a fully disclosed budget was Black Ops Cold War. All the way back in 2020, it was revealed that for that game, they spent an eye-popping $700 million developing it. So, with a franchise where they are this supremely confident, to the point that they are willing to spend such astronomical sums, they simply can't afford to be dealing with headlines like this, where they have dropped 61% from the previous year.
Oh, shit.
To make matters even worse, it looks like Steam has actually started issuing refunds on this game, meaning that the sales figures for the game, which were already awful, are going to plunge even deeper into the gutter. And we are going to look at this story because this game could do the unthinkable and actually cost Activision a good chunk of money. We're going to read about that in a minute and take a look at the financials of this game. The thing is, I know this is going to come as a shock, but it turns out that anyone who spent money on this crap wants an excuse to get their money back.
Fire on it! Do some damage!
Shoot it! Shoot!
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you whack the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. A lot of you have been doing that lately, so it is time to ask the burning question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
We now have 174,000 space pirate a-holes in this buccaneer crew of ours, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to our fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you suggested that we go with the Von Braun from System Shock, which can be seen flying around down here. If anyone else has recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section. Super chats get bumped to the top of that list, and also, for your reference, I will be adding an alphabetized list of the ships already in the fleet to the description of the video. In any event, thank you for being here and being part of the crew. It really means a lot.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Alrighty then, let's take a look at this story where it looks as though Valve is issuing refunds for Black Ops 7, and then we're going to take a gander at the overall financials of this game and what it means for the company. This article here comes from Game Rant, and of course, an outlet like that would pick this story up, even though it damages their darling Call of Duty, because if there is anything that game journalists hate more than a Call of Duty game struggling, it is AI. But let's read what they have to say. A Call of Duty Black Ops 7 player claims that they were able to get a refund for the game from Steam due to its use of generative AI. The Steam refund was successfully claimed despite the fact that the player had already put significant time into Black Ops 7. AI has been making quite the buzz in the game industry, but often not in a positive way. Yeah, not at all. Not at all in a positive way. But as some game companies embrace the possibilities of AI, developers and gamers have often objected to it. For example, EA employees objected to AI use being pushed in the development of games. Now, at least one player has taken action after discovering the extent of generative AI use in Black Ops 7. And I will say that this is an interesting action that Valve has taken. Unless this was a mistake that doesn't get replicated or something like that, this is Valve essentially issuing a warning to the market at large. Don't try to use generative AI games on our platform, or we will give players their money back. I know there is the argument that this is happening because it wasn't properly advertised by Black Ops 7, but to be fair, lots of games do this. Lots of them are using generative AI these days, and we all know it. And let's just be real. I expect that in 5 or 10 years, almost everything will be done with AI in gaming, and we will look back at stories like this one and think that it was all really silly. Does it suck for developers who put a lot of time, went through college and all that sort of thing, and now they're going to be out of a job? Yeah, it sure does suck for them. But the people in the industry right now, they should have made sure that they were indispensable by working to put out timeless masterpieces instead of going to war with large segments of their own customers and creating fractions within the gaming community. They did this. Anyhow, the article then says, on Twitter, a Steam user called Bricky explained that they weren't happy with the use of AI in Black Ops 7, stating that there is no better anti-AI advertisement than the worst campaign in Call of Duty history, referring to Black Ops 7. A follow-up tweet said that the player completely finished the Black Ops 7 campaign and then reached out on Steam for a refund for the game. The user specifically pointed to the AI as being the reason that they wanted a refund, claiming that the game utilized it constantly, but that the AI materials weren't used in marketing, video, or screenshots, implying that they were misleading. To their surprise, Steam processed a refund for the game, issuing a $70 refund to their account. And Activision Blizzard better hope that this story does not catch on, because if it does, I promise you, there are a lot of people out there with buyer's remorse who really hate that they spent money on this awful frickin' game. In fact, I have seen several people on social media in my feed showing a similar refund happening for them. If Valve is okay with this excuse to let someone get a refund, then this could be really bad for Black Ops 7. But let's take a look at the numbers for this game now. If Black Ops 7 is selling 61% worse than its predecessor across the board, or thereabouts, then that gives us some clues as to how many copies this thing will sell. The last Call of Duty game with any officially reported numbers was from a few years ago with Modern Warfare 2. That game has apparently sold something like 25 million copies, putting it in the top 10 most sold Call of Duty games of all time. Meanwhile, last year's Black Ops 6 was a pretty tepid release in terms of sales numbers. They were bragging about player count being the highest thing ever, but in terms of raw sales numbers, it was not particularly great. Nowhere near as bad as what we're seeing, of course, with this year, but in terms of sales, it was pretty meh for a Call of Duty game. I would be willing to bet that that game, Black Ops 6, is on a trajectory to hit something like 15 to 20 million in unit sales. With that in mind, even if we take the higher number from my estimate and assume that Black Ops 6 is going to hit 20 million, then a 61% drop-off is catastrophic for Black Ops 7. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but if Black Ops Cold War was a $700 million project 5 years ago, then it is highly likely that the newer games are even more expensive and closer to $1 billion to develop. Now, the average sales price of a Call of Duty game is $70. Any copies that are sold on Xbox will net the company the full $70, but if it is sold in retail or on Steam or PS5, then the store that sold it takes a roughly 25% cut. This likely brings the average that Xbox takes in for a Call of Duty unit to somewhere around $55 per unit sold. So, if Black Ops 7 is on pace for something like a 61% drop-off in sales from its predecessor, and if Black Ops 6 ends up selling around 20 million units, that would suggest that Black Ops 7 is on pace for around 8 million copies being sold. If you multiply that by the average amount that Xbox takes in for a sold copy, that is somewhere in the neighborhood of $440 million on a project that certainly cost way more than that, likely around $1 billion. My guys, this game is toast. Sure, there is revenue from Game Pass to consider, but how much of that is coming in specifically because someone wants to play this particular game? And keep in mind, this thought exercise of mine is assuming that the game is only on pace to do 61% less than Black Ops 6. Word of mouth, which is certainly not in this game's favor, could very easily make it fall behind even more. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of Black Ops 7 into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.